The Ghana International Trade and Finance Conference says the creation of a single currency for Africa is essential to the successful implementation of the African Continental Free Trade Area, AfCFTA. The theme for the conference, which took place in Accra, was Sovereign Economic Vulnerabilities, an endorsement for a single currency for Africa. The stakeholders believe that the common currency, when implemented, will boost cross-border trade and economic development in Africa.
It is over a decade now since the idea of having a common currency for countries in the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, was first proposed. The intention is to reduce barriers in doing business across the region and increasing trade overall. The implementation of the new currency has been postponed due to factors such as hurdles in macroeconomic convergence across the countries. The regional economic communities, RECs, in Africa have been struggling with the creation of common currencies since the ideas were mooted. For ECOWAS, the struggle with implementation of the common currency started since 2003, when the ECO was scheduled to circulate. There have been several postponements since then, the latest being from the set date of 2020 to 2027. Some observers think Nigeria, Africa's largest economy, has dragged its feet, making it difficult for the ECO to be launched. The director of Multilateral Surveillance Trade Department for the West African Monetary Institute, Mr. John Kotoku, said having a single currency alone will not yield the desired results in promoting trade if systems are not put in place.
For us as a region to have a common currency, it is important we have that synergy, that macro convergence that is required, that policy harmonization that is required for us to mitigate transmission of asymmetric shocks. And it is by this that we will be able to reap the benefits of having a single currency.
The immediate past acting director of economic development, trade and integration for the African Union, Dr. Dosina Yu, indicated that Africa needs some political commitment, and this is why President Akufo-Addo was appointed in 2019 to champion the creation of Africa Central Bank and other financial institutions to mitigate the hindrances for the creation of the Africa currency.
Many steps have been taken, like the industrialization plan and the discussion that was held last year in AU Summit and CFT Summit in Niger, so that we not continue to export our raw material, to transform our local material into place, so that we can be able to trade among ourselves.
Mr. Selassie Kofi Akom is the chief executive of the Ghana International Trade and Finance Conference, GETFIC.
The call for a single currency is inevitable. It would happen at some point, but the convergence criteria that are the modalities that are matching us into this is what keeps delaying us. We believe from where we stand preliminary as an institution that the political will is almost zero. Until we get a political will, we will still be depending on the greenback. The greenback will still be determining the strength of our economy.
The Ghana International Trade and Finance Conference, GETFIC, has done a lot of advocacy over the years on a single currency in Africa as an enabler of a safe and efficient financial environment.